everybody, and welcome to the Sports Bay Show with Byron and Eric. We got a good edition for you tonight. We got the rookie on, Jim Morris.
Jim Morris, yeah.
Wow. And we got CJ Wilson on. I'm proud we're going to have him on. I want us to have this conversation of what all that's going on.
Former NFL player.
With the Panthers.
Yeah.
Played against Drew Brees, the one who made those controversial comments 8 times in his career. Just very powerful stuff that has to be had. We all need to be as one. We all need to be as one.
Yes.
So I'm glad he's going to have his thoughts, and it's going to be a good conversation. But yeah, I mean, let's start there with that though. What do you think of Brees' comments? Do you think he thought he was just being asked a simple question? Do you think he was nudged into it by the reporter? What do you think happened in that, Eric? What do you think?
I mean, he said what he said. It wasn't his first interview. It wasn't his second interview. He knew what he was saying, and it was disappointing. Disappointing for a lot of people. It actually hurt people too.
It did with this. I think it's going to take.
Yeah, I mean, he's at the end of his career, and it's definitely a stain on a otherwise great career. And from what my understanding, he's done a lot of community work.
He's just given $5 million for Corona.
Okay, he did.
Yeah, for all that. So, I mean, he's all the little leagues and all that in community for the rural areas of. I mean, he's done a lot. It's just, Drew. I know you're entitled to your opinion. Well, let's get right to it. I guess Jim Morris is calling us. Hey Jim, welcome to the Sports Bay Show. How are you tonight?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. I'm so sorry. We've had some kind of crazy weather here the last couple hours. So
same here.
Sorry about that, man.
You're good. You're good. But yeah, same here. We've had the same as well. So we need the weather though. We ain't complaining.
Hey. Yeah, true. How are y'all doing? You guys doing all right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Thanks for joining us, Jim. This is Eric, co-host of the show. So we have Jim Morris on the show, obviously famous for the movie The Rookie, and thanks for joining us for a few minutes of your time.
Yeah, man, it's good to be here. You know, first of all, I love that's actually one of my wife's favorite baseball movies is The Rookie, so that was really cool to hear that, even that for that short time there. But yeah, I remember all that stuff. You know, growing up as a Rays fan and myself, and in the Tampa Bay area. Man, I love that stuff, and I love seeing. Anytime you can drag out that old Devil Rays uniform for a movie or something, I'm gladly a part. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That
was pretty awesome.
My son loves the old Devil Rays hat. I have the Devil Rays hat from the 90s, and I wanted to wear it, but my son would not give it up to me. He loves that hat so much.
Yeah, I was a little torn on it at first. I think, every now and then it's cool, but I remember going back to that World Series here in '08 and going to the games. It felt like every time we wore that jersey, we lost. I'm like, we just need to burn it, just be done with it.
Right.
And, but it's kind of nice to look back at history and remember that stuff. And I was 10 years old when I first started going to the Rays games in '98, and it just brings back a lot of great memories with the Rays. And it's a lot of fun being a Rays fan and growing up in that. So I think that was pretty cool to have Jim Morris on. That was amazing.
Yeah. So I gotta ask you, take us through. What was it feeling like when you finally knew you were going to get the call up, and then finally to your major league debut? Did we lose him? Uh-oh, we lost him. Technical difficulty. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's give him a call back. What weather they're having over there, so let's see if he'll answer back.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry about that. I guess the weather got to both ends because it's raining here too. So.
Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic. So yeah, man, but it's cool to be a baseball fan, but I love football and I love our podcast, Set Sales. I love that stuff. Love being able to host that show and on Mondays and stuff. We'll have to have you guys on the show. It's definitely a cool opportunity. We'll have you guys on a Monday night if you're not busy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we definitely like to come on, and yeah. So let me give you a call. Let me give you a call back later. We're expecting Jim Morris. I'm sorry. Yeah, but yeah, we'd like to come on Monday. Sorry, James. I didn't know he was calling. Jimmy Christmas. Sorry about that, guys. Here we thought we were getting Jim Morris, and I didn't expect him calling, but let's get back to it before we get into Jim Morris. Oh my God. Anywho, yeah, I don't think.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry about that, guys, but let's get back into it. What about baseball? Do you feel they're going to get started, Eric?
I don't know. It's there's a battle between the two sides, and it seems like baseball is always the toughest one to come around. I don't know what's going on right now.
I don't. Sorry, guys, but I don't think baseball is getting started anytime soon. So, we're expecting Jim Morris here anytime soon. So, yeah, I know the baseball has an agreement. I know I heard today on JP they were talking about, somebody called in saying they were going to be talking about what's going on in what's going on. So they're still thinking maybe 50 games. Do you see that possibly happening?
Who knows? I mean, at this point, just the two sides need to come together. And I mean, I think I'm tired of speculating how many games might be played, this and that. So who knows? Just see if they come to an agreement. So.
I hope you're right on that. I mean, I want to see baseball like you, but honestly, I could care less if there is a season right now. I mean, I'd like it, but if nothing can get done, I mean, why? As our number one fan Travis said, baseball, they're being greedy, both ends, the owners and the players. So. Right.
I think he added a colorful word after that.
Yeah, but I don't want to get into that word.
It is Friday night, though. It's not Sunday. It's not Sunday.
Yeah. So it is Sunday. Thank you, Travis. But we're going to leave that. We're going to leave that word out. So we can't. We don't want to use that word. But yeah, I mean, it is a hard time. I mean.
How did you think that was Jim Morris?
I don't know. I don't know what.
You said Jim Morris is calling.
Yeah, because he never gave me his number. The Wade, he never gave me his number. The agent never gave me his number. Try to. Good God Almighty!
Another Byron blunder. I'm going to start calling them Byron blunders.
Just please call me that. But yeah, I mean,
Jesus, this isn't Jim. He was 10 when when they threw the first pitch in '98. He was 10. God damn it, Byron. God damn it.
Anywho, let's get back to some news before Jim calls. You like this NBA proposition that they're actually coming back now at the end of July?
Yes.
31st is, what is it, 22 teams? There's going to be an 8-2 game play-in, I guess, for the 8 seeds in both the leagues. That's what I'm understanding.
Okay, I didn't hear that. I saw there was 22 teams, 8 from the Eastern Conference and 13 from the Western Conference. So I saw that.
Well, who do you want to see win the title this year then?
Well, I mean, I want the Magic to. I'm a Magic fan, but it's not going to happen. So
no, Magic's not going to happen.
No.
Sorry.
I don't know. I tell you, I don't follow the NBA like I used to.
Same, because I don't know anybody anymore, really, besides the big names of LeBron, KD.
I think the Milwaukee Bucks. What? Yeah, there's my team, the Bucks.
Ah, so you're Giannis. You're
Yes.
a Giannis guy.
Yeah, I'll root for them.
You know his brother plays for the Lakers. They're trying to recruit him.
I knew that like 5 seconds ago. I learned it. So.
So you learned it from me. Okay, so
Right.
Blunder Byron actually did something right.
That takes the cake. I was gonna hold it in until after we're live, but that one takes the cake.
It really does. I mean, I don't know how I forget that. I guess I had just a lot going on. I mean, oh my God.
Greek freak, yes, Greek freak. Thank you, Travis.
I know you're watching, James, because I know you guys like the show. I'm sorry. I apologize to all you over there. I'm sorry. That was not my intentions. I totally forgot.
His brain's in the pretzel right now.
Yes, it really is. This rain is messing with my head.
Speaking, Jim was supposed to call at 9:10.
Yeah, he's going to call. I just got text from his agent. He's going to call. He's going to call the cell. We were trying to go through Skype, but he don't have a Skype, so we're just waiting on that call on the phone. So, but yeah, I mean, what about the NHL? Are you hearing more about the NHL? If the proposition on coming back, is it still 24 teams? I'm hearing.
I don't know. I'm kind of just lost all this. It could be this. It could be that. Like, I've just lost patience. Like, I just kind of want to see the games played. I'm at that point. I'm tired of kind of talking about the what ifs scenarios. But no, and the NHL is coming back. The NBA is coming back. MLB is up in the air still. So, yeah, let's just start playing.
Well, NASCAR was supposed to have Indy at Indianapolis this, I believe, in July, I think, is their Indianapolis 500. They were talking about having fans in the stands, but I guess they announced yesterday that's not going to happen. They were going to be the first sport, I guess, to try live fans. So...
yeah, it's interesting. That's an interesting topic. What sport will have the first live fans in it?
Yeah,
let's talk the four major sports.
Okay.
Which one do you think?
Honestly, scratch out MLB, because I don't think MLB is having a season. So
I think it's okay. I have my clear one that I.
So think. That leaves the 3 other leagues. That leaves the NHL, NFL, and NBA. What they're talking is going through until October with the NBA season.
Okay.
That's when the finals would be, and then they would kickstart the next season the 1st of December.
Okay.
So, if you're asking me, I think, honestly, the NFL. Because the NFL has, from day one, said, and you can still buy tickets at Ticketmaster.
Yeah, so I think it's clear.
So,
it's the NFL. Yeah, it would be the first major sport.
Because they're the ones that have been pushing it and selling the tickets
Well,
still
and
on
just
Ticketmaster.
their season starts kind of, it would be the right time to start.
And plus, everything's opening up right now. I mean,
right.
You heard. I mean, the last to fall was New York because California opened up, and then
opened up.
and then New York
small
for sports wise and all that.
Oh, okay.
All these gyms and all that. So yeah, I think the NFL because they've been true to their word on what they've been doing. You know.
Well, yeah, I think it makes sense. Like if baseball was going to start in September, I would say it would be baseball. If hockey was starting, NHL was starting in September, I'd say it would be the NHL. But football starts in September, August, I guess, for preseason. It makes sense that that will be the first major sport. But then you could say, well, what would be the first sport to have live fans? Because I think it would be someone before the NFL. Would it be racing, MMA, UFC?
Well, UFC just got the word to go back to their hometown where they first started in Las Vegas. It took them a long time just to go back.
Oh yeah,
there.
The last week was in Vegas, and tomorrow's pay-per-view bout is in Vegas as well.
Are you looking forward to it? Are you going to watch it?
I'm not going to pay for it. No, it's a card. I mean, the main event is women's bout, which I'm fine with. Amanda Nunes and Felicia.
She's heavy favored.
Felicia Spencer, yeah. No, Nunes is going to win. My prediction is a first-round TKO. She's just the clear dominant force.
And I heard it's going to be a smaller cage too, since that's what I heard. Because I guess they can't.
You sure?
Yeah, I guess where they're at in Las Vegas, the arena they're in, they can't fit an actual cage. They can't fit an actual big cage. I heard Dana White talk about it today, or the other day.
Okay, I did not know.
Yeah, so I guess it's going to be a smaller cage.
Okay.
I don't know how small, but it's not going to be the actual octagon.
Sure.
So,
okay. Yeah.
So I'm actually looking forward to it. I mean, I liked Amanda Nunes. I liked her better than I did Ronda Rousey. I mean, I don't think Rousey, kudos to her. I mean, she did what she did.
Yeah.
Kudos to what she did in the MMA world, but I mean...
Well, she's a legend because she was the first, she was the pioneer. The first main event for a woman was Ronda Rousey. So that is history in and of itself.
Yeah, so
just waiting on Jim Morris.
Well, we just got word we can only keep the interview to 15 minutes, but that's what we were going to keep it as normally. That's what we normally do. So, I'm glad that.
Yes.
So.
That's perfect.
That's perfect. That's perfect for us. That's what normally.
Might even keep it less than that. Just a few questions.
Keep a few questions. So. Yeah. So while we're waiting on that call, I mean, I'm excited for this. I mean.
Yeah, so let's kind of lead.
I did my homework. I saw the movie, so I did my homework.
Good movie, right?
It is a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm excited to have him. I can't wait to ask him some questions. So it's going to be a good interview. I hope you got some too. You did your research, didn't you?
I did my due diligence.
Did your due diligence? Did you do? Okay. All right, but yeah, my apologies again, James. My apologies, but yeah. So,
But no, we got after Jim Morris again we have C.J. Wilson, former NFL player. Again, we're kind of highlighting he's played with Drew Brees 8 times in his career, and just hear his opinions on everything that's going on. It's very serious, so it may be off topic, maybe not just sports and his career. So it would be something but this is more important.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why I wanted him on here, is because he, like you said, he played with Breeze, and I wanted to ask him, like, did he ever see something like this coming?
And I think it's more than just Breeze. Like we don't want to overshadow the dialogue and it get lost in Drew Brees, because it's not Drew Brees.
Well, he is getting, that's true. I mean, he is getting hammered hard.
He's getting hammered hard, but it's just not that one comment. It's meaningful change.
It's just sad. I mean, it's sad. I mean, now this is all you hear about in the news now. Corona's gone, basically. You don't hear about that no more. And now this is all you hear.
Right.
I mean, this year just keeps getting weirder and weirder, don't it? I mean...
Yeah, I heard that there's an asteroid that's will be the size of a football field that's coming, that will be going past planet Earth.
Oh, really?
Pretty close,
When is this supposed to be happening?
Might be this weekend. Yeah.
Oh, really?
And you should be able to see. I don't know what part of the planet you need to be to see it, but it's close enough where you.
Did you see that launch? Did you see that launch of the space shuttle the other day?
Yes, that was awesome.
I saw it at work. I saw it.
I didn't see it actually go outside and look at it. I mean, I saw it on social media.
Social media?
Yeah.
Well, that's where most people get their stuff from. I mean, that's why we're in the situation that we are in, with people bashing each other. There was times where this week I had to get off of it, but I kept going back to it. It was not. It got depressing at times. I mean, because you see videos of whether it was police brutalizing protesters or protesters, looters throwing stuff at police. It was just bad, all the way around, and it's just it got to me, because I hear any human. I hear the sentencing will come Monday for that cop. I really hope he gets the death penalty.
No, not this. He has to be convicted first.
No, I think he was already convicted.
No, he was definitely not convicted.
He was convicted on second-degree murder.
He was charged with the crime. Now you have to go through the legal system, which will take months and months. He was not convicted.
Well, I hope he gets what he gets. So
it was the Attorney General upped the charge to second-degree murder from third degree. So that's a good thing. I think second degree is the right thing. I'm not a legal expert, but first degree you have to show that there was premeditation and he thought that through. So
that's what I heard third degree was, because at first I never heard third degree. I always knew there was first degree and then second degree. But
yeah, so third degree is I think that's very similar to manslaughter. But second degree, I think that's the right charge. First degree, you're not going to be able to convict them. The guy's going to get out, and then who knows? You don't want to see the guy get out. So second degree, look, the guy's going to be in prison for a very, very long time. He's going to die there. He's going to die there.
Do you think the other cops will get jail time too?
Yeah, so the other three were...
I think they do.
Were charged as well.
They didn't stop it.
So one of the interesting thing was, one of those cops, it was his 4th day on the job.
I heard that too.
So that's one of his defense lawyer for one of them says, look, it was his 4th day on the job. You have the guy who's the one cop who murdered them. He's 19 years on the patrol. So how can a 4-day-old cop say something to the veteran that's not there's a point there. I get that, but I think as a human being, you should get off of that guy. push him
That's
off.
what I'm saying. Why didn't? So
Yeah.
I think they need to get something out of this.
So I think So
because you don't do that as a human being. Same with the people that are videotaping it. Do something to stop it.
Well, yeah, but so if you're watching that happen as a citizen, and you try to go in to push the cop off, I mean you're getting tased, and who knows, you're getting shot.
Yeah, but you can't. I know it's tough, but you can't just let a human being die
unless everyone there bum rushed and the cop, the four
over
cops.
what? Over what? Like
that's a tough situation.
I mean,
like the people were recording, they're screaming, "Get off his neck!" What else are you? I mean, yeah, I think the right thing, and people would want to push the guy off of his neck. But these police officers have guns, and you're looking to get shot. That's a tough situation for a citizen to go.
I really hope they get. Yeah, they won't get what he's going to get, but I really hope they get something because
they were
were
charged with evading second-degree murder. I think it's what it's called. I don't know what that sentence carries. I mean, it's prison time, I would imagine, 5-10 years. I think they deserve that.
Oh,
yes.
yeah,
I think they deserve 5-10 years, and the other cop to die in prison. I think that's fair.
Yes.
But
so I just don't get it. Why did they let it? They knew about how bad he was. I don't get why they kept him on the force. They knew. And I heard today the cops that are of what he did knew about keeping him on the force. So why didn't they try to stop it?
Right. We're getting chirped by our fans here to talk about something other than. Yeah, I think we kind of got sidetracked from. It's not a political debate. I definitely would not say that. But no, okay, so right. I think we said what we said. All four need to be charged, and all four should see some prison time. So there, we're done with that.
We are done. So now we go on to our next topic. And let's say this is an interesting story coming out of Major League Baseball today.
Oh, what's this?
MLB players slam teams for depriving America.
Byron, is this very similar to what we just talked about? Was this?
No. Let me read it. Okay. This is by Associated Press. Players accused MLB teams of depriving America of baseball games as part of a money fight set off by the coronavirus pandemic, and raised the possibility baseball commissioner Rob Manfred might push ahead with a shortened season over the union's objection. Bruce Meyer, the Major League Baseball Players Association chief negotiator, sent a letter to Deputy MLB Commissioner Dan Hillum on Friday, threatening that an attempt to play down agreement could lead players to block any attempt to expand the playoffs and deny consent for neutral site games in the postseason.
Wow. That's some stuff there. I was a little caught up in reading the comments as well.
What is up with these double comments?
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, so when's Jim calling? Yeah, it's.
I know. His agent said he was going to call the number. I gave him the number to call, so gave him the right number. So.
Yeah, sorry, folks.
Jim, if you're out there, please call. Hello, welcome to the Sports Space Show. How are you tonight?
Fantastic. Who am I talking to?
Byron and Eric.
in Texas and rainy in Florida. So.
Well, I heard you guys needed it, so we'll just go with that.
Yes, yeah, that's fair. But yeah, thanks for joining us for a few minutes of your time. We'll kind of get right into this and just ask you a few questions. Again, thanks for joining us.
Sure.
My first question to you is, take us through the experience. What was the feeling like when you finally got the call up and then finally to your major league debut? What was it like?
The call-up was kind of surreal. The manager came up to me after our last AAA game, and he tapped me on the shoulder. He goes, "I need to talk to you." And if you guys know me, I'm kind of a smart aleck, and I was that way with my kids. I'm that way coaching. And so I look at him, and I look around the locker room, and I said, "I don't think so." He goes, "Why?" I said, "Because the last 6 guys you talked to are all crying right now." And I choose not to cry. And he starts giggling. He goes, "Come on." And so I walked from my locker to his office with my head down. I'm not sad, I'm not upset, but I'm trying to process how I was coaching baseball in a high school in West Texas 6 months before, and now I'm on the doorstep of my dream that I've wanted since I was 5. The only problem is I'm 35, and I should be retiring. And so I'm walking into his office, and our big league general manager is there. I didn't even know he was there, and he goes, "You can smile, you're going to be in Texas tomorrow." And I didn't get it, and I said, "I know that. Bobby and I are going there right now." He said, "No. The Rangers are playing in Tampa, and there's a uniform waiting on you at the ballpark in Arlington." And I was stunned.
Wow.
And I called my high school kids. I called my kids. I had dress clothes the next day. When I got there, I walked into a clubhouse with Wade Boggs, who had just gotten his 3,000th hit. And they heard about the crazy science teacher for 3 months, and he walked up and he hugs me and he goes, "Man, that is the best story I've ever heard." I look at him, I'm like, "You're Wade Boggs." And he giggled at me, and he walked off, and Fred McGriff and Jose Canseco, Roberto Hernandez, all those guys they were awesome. They just took me into the fold. And now, don't let me give you the impression they let me off the hook, because they did do looking things to me that they apologized beforehand. They're like, "You know what? We're sorry, but every rookie has to do this, and if you'll just do this, we're sorry." And then I would do it. But the first game I went out, I was not convinced I would play at all. I thought, I've thrown 3 days in a row in the playoffs in AAA. There's no way they're pitching me. And the 8th inning, the phone rings, and they're like, "Warm up." And I'm like, "Okay, I can warm up in front of 40,000 people. That's cool." Next thing I know, they're like, "You're in." And I'm like, "Oh, wait a minute." And I opened the door from the bullpen to run to the mound, and it was just, people tell you that you have a dream when you're young of what you want to be and how you want it to be and the picture you want to paint. And I will tell you this. I could not have imagined anything better than that moment in time in my life, running onto the field of the ballpark in Arlington. As good as my mind could have drawn it up, it's not like doing the real thing. That was incredible. And Royce Clayton was an all-star that year, first guy I faced, and he could have hit the ball 9 miles. I wouldn't have cared. I got there. I got there because it was a group of 16 and 17-year-old kids, so that makes it even cooler.
Right. That is awesome. I want to take you back. So when you were coaching your high school team, from kind of how the movie went, and the story that I know is, if they had won the district championship, then you would try out in front of Major League Scouts. How did that kind of transpire, and did you think that they would win a district championship?
I'll answer the last one first. No, I did not think we would win, but I thought we could play better, and I thought we could be a team, and I thought we could do some awesome things that year. I just didn't know if we would win or not. But that came down to the point where another coach on the staff was heard talking to me and berating the kids, and then berating me, and my kids heard it, and I didn't know they heard it. And so this guy in 90 seconds ruined 2 years of work. And the first 2 games in the movie are 15-1 and 15-0. That's true. And we didn't have 15. I sent my kids on the left field line, and that's where the bet was born. And when I told them I want them to win, I want them to start playing better, They're like, well, what about your dreams? I said, my dream is to watch you guys go to school, do great, come out here on the baseball field, do great, graduate from high school, go to college, see what's out there, and then you decide where it is you want to be and what it is you want to do. And they're like, we know that, we love you too, but we think you still want to play. And I'm like, dude, I've had 9 surgeries, I weigh 260 pounds, I look like a baseball scout, not a baseball player. I am not major league material. And they're like, no, coach, we think you want to play. I'm like, well, what do you want to do? They said, the way you teach us the game, we know your heart's still in it. You teach us how to act and react to every situation that comes up. When you throw us batting practice, we can't hit it, and that's because you can't hit, dude. And he goes, no, we think you can pitch. And I'm like, so that is? They said, if we win. I said, that's not good enough. I said, I'm not going to try out and make a fool out of myself if you guys just start winning and don't win a championship. That's not going to happen. They said, what if we win a district championship? These kids have never been a part of a baseball championship. If we win a district championship in baseball, you try out. And for 20 minutes, I did what every parent does, and finally I caved in. I said, you know what? If you win, I'll try out. In the back of my mind, I was thinking, this is going to be embarrassing and humiliating, and your wife's going to kill you because you know what? You're old. And they win. We're down by 2 runs going into the last inning. They score 6. We win. We hold them off. Championship. It is one of the best sights I've ever seen. Kids are hugging each other. They're hugging the trophy. They're hugging their parents. They're taking pictures. And I'm just thinking, 3 months ago, these kids didn't know anything, and now I can't get these kids out. And that has totally left my mind. And up on the top step of the bus comes my second baseman. He goes, we did our part, now it's your turn. I'm like, oh, geez, I got to go do this. And you know what, for 4 hours, everybody on that bus was just like, coach, we did our part, now it's your turn. And so my grandfather taught me, if you ever promise to do anything, you do it because you're only as good as your word. So I went to try out, and I found out, you know what, I can feel pretty good. And this group of kids pushed me back into my dream, and everybody else told me it was on.
That's amazing. So now this leads me into my next question. What were you told you were going to be made into a movie about your life, or what were you doing when this all came about?
People started calling me in AAA wanting to do short films or TV films and all this stuff.
Huh.
And then my second day in the big leagues, we're in Anaheim playing the Angels, and the sports writer in LA, Bill Plasky, writes this huge article about me. And that night, in the hotel, they had to change my name because everybody was calling wanting to do books and documentaries and movies, and I was just like, really? Because a 35-year-old dude who was never supposed to pitch again comes back feeling harder, and I happen to be here, and now you want to make a movie out of it? It seems kind of silly. But every studio we went to for 4 days, they were just like, and we could put this in the film, and we could put that in the film, and we can do this and do that. And I'm like, that's not what happened. We walk into Disney, my agent looks at me, goes, what do you want? I tell him exactly what I want. We go into the president's office at Disney Studios, and he basically says everything I just said walking across the parking lot. Immediately I thought, Disney is powerful. They have microphones everywhere. And my agent laughed, and Michael Eisner, the president, they laughed. But they wanted to keep it like it was. They wanted to keep it about kids overcoming obstacles and people like me getting a second chance and taking advantage of it. And so that's where the movie stuck, and they fixed it, and Dennis played me, and we get along great. And I'm very proud of the movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie. It's one of my favorites. Top 5 for me.
Top five for me too. I would put that movie up above any. Honestly, I saw Field of Dreams, so I would put The Rookie up above Field of Dreams. So.
Yeah.
Oh wow, thank you. That's a great compliment. Let me tell you, they didn't show it in the film, but one of the guys I got called up with, and I think he was 400 years old at the time. Julio Franco gets called up from AAA with me.
Huh.
And this guy played in the big leagues for like 100 years.
Right.
Yep, I remember that name.
He sat next to me on the plane on the way to Texas, and he goes, I couldn't think of anybody more deserving than you to get this chance. And that was just cool.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing.
I didn't realize Oki got called up with Julio Franco. Wow.
And Julio Franco was around a long time. So.
Yes.
Yeah, that was at the end of his career. He was still playing. I think he was only 100 at the time.
Right. Yeah, I saw a video like a couple weeks ago where he was hitting like an 85-mile-per-hour pitch like in Korea or something. Like the guy is just amazing.
Yeah, just amazing.
And he's like 65.
So
he's a great talent.
So I got to say then, in your 21 games that you pitched, what batter did you enjoy facing the most out of the ones you did face?
All of them.
All of
Because
them?
you know why that meant? That meant that I was there. I'll tell you the toughest hitter I faced, and I faced him twice, and that was Omar Vizquel.
Oh,
And
nice.
I had him 0-2 both times, and this guy is literally like 5 feet tall. So 2 strikes, no balls. Catcher calls for a fastball on the outside part of the plate. 6 inches off the plate, 100 miles an hour, and he throws his bat out, hits the right field line for a double. I'm like, all right. Next time up, 0-2, 6 inches off the inside of the plate, 100 miles an hour, and he hits the left field chuck. And I turn around, and he's on second, and I just go, what? And he's like, sorry, dude. I'm like, all
right. I guess before we let you go, my last question is, I mean, you said you came back throwing a lot harder than when you threw, younger in your early career. What do you contribute that to? I mean, you weren't really doing throwing programs. I imagine you weren't. I mean, do you know, what would you say that was?
I always ask audiences when they do a question and answer with me, and if it's a corporation, I go, do you want the secular answer or do you want the real answer? And they're like, give us the real answer. And the real answer is, if I would have got that dream when I was a 19-year-old kid, I would have taken it for granted, and I wouldn't have appreciated for what it was. But at 35, getting that second chance and finally getting to do it, I didn't miss anything, man. I was there early. I stayed late. I talked to everybody, and I met people at the stadiums, and it was just incredible being there. Just awesome. Yankee Stadium, Fenway, all of those places were just a lot of fun, and so I enjoyed all of it.
Yeah. That is awesome. On that note, we want to thank you for joining us for a few minutes of your time. I know you're probably a busy man, and thanks for hopping on the Sports Base show with us.
Absolutely. You guys have a great weekend, and thanks for having me.
And if there is a baseball season, if you want, we'd love to have you on again. If there is a season, God bless, there is.
If there is a season, have me back. Right now, I'm not looking too positive on that track.
Yes. Not are we, but we hope. There's a part of us that hopes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Jim. Have a good night, and thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow, what a conversation when he first got it, right? Like
Jim Morris.
And his first strikeout.
Yeah.
Royce Clayton.
Royce Clayton, yeah. I mean, he was, like you said, all-star that year.
Yeah, I mean, who would have thought, right? I mean, he all-star, and then he said Omar Vizquel.
Faced him twice.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
And Julio Franco. I remember the end of his career when he was with the Mets. He played with us, and then he ended his career with the Mets.
What team did he not play for?
Right.
Right, so... But yeah, that's interesting. Like, he came up with Julio Franco, and I wonder who was older at the time.
Yeah, I know, right? I wonder too.
Franco was probably close to 35, maybe older than that.
Yeah, I want to say that.
Maybe Franco was older than 35.
I know he was on the end of his career because
but he played years after that too.
He did.
That was in '99.
And then I think, as you said, he's playing in Korea or something.
Well, I don't know if he's playing, but like I saw, he was facing a pro or semi-pro pitcher, and he was still hitting the ball.
Yeah, I mean, like that guy's a beast. That guy's a beast still at his age.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but then again, so is Griffey. Griffey's what, in his late 50s now, would you say, maybe? Would you say early 50s, maybe? Somewhere around there?
Yeah.
I saw where he could still hit the ball. He's still posting. I mean,
are you surprised? I mean, Griffey will.
The kid.
The kid will always swing. I'm sure that swing, lefty swing is as beautiful as ever.
So should we get into our next guest?
Let's give it. Yeah. So C.J. Wilson, former NFL player, played at Baylor University.
And of the Carolina Panthers, 4 years.
Yes.
Please leave your message for 97294.
Well, this is a live show.
Unfortunately, no answer, but you know.
Where's the screen? I can't see myself.
You can't see yourself? Oh, you got a lot to learn. But yeah, I mean, I really hope. I really hope.
Yeah, we do want to get CJ on the show. So if we don't hear from.
Oh, speaking of, here he is. Hey CJ, welcome to the Sports Space Show with Byron and Eric. How are you tonight?
I'm all right, fellas. How y'all doing?
Doing pretty good, CJ. Thanks for hopping on the show with us. This is Eric, co-host of the show, and again, thanks for joining us.
Oh man, no problem, man. Looking forward to it. Can you guys hear me pretty well?
Yeah, we're hanging in there.
Yeah, we hear you good. Yeah.
Okay, good deal.
First I want to get into a little bit before we get into the main topic and let you speak. I want to get into a little bit of your playing career. You were a round 7 draft pick. What was it like during draft night? Did you expect to be drafted earlier than the 7th round, or were you told exactly what you were going to be in round 7?
Oh yeah, I was actually told that I was going to be the night before. You get a call from your agent, who talks to all of the general managers from the league based on what you've done, your career, combine, all that type of stuff. And I was told I was going to be a late first round, second round pick. It didn't go that way, which is it sucked initially. Actually the draft 40 and the whole nine, it did get called up. But it worked out for the better though. Guys actually thought I was injured or hurt or something like this when Carolina called me for some wild, crazy reason. But again, it worked out perfectly for me. I fell right into the right situation. God bless me there to have the type of career that essentially I personally wanted. So, man, I have no complaints. But yeah, the draft night, being a 7th round draft pick, I mean, I don't have no issues, no problems.
Right. Did you think was Carolina one of the teams that kind of was hot on your trail?
No.
No.
No. Carolina already had Chris Gamble, who was out of Ohio State, that's first round draft pick. He was there. Ken Lucas, who had just signed a contract coming over from the Seahawks. He had just got there the year before they drafted the second round pick, and Chris and Marshall. And then they had Dante Wesley and Brian DeLoach as guys that were staples in their secondary, so they was already loaded there.
Right.
So Coach Fox was like, hey man, we were calling around trying to find out if we thought you was going to be going off the board early. So we didn't know if it was an injury, something that we didn't know about, but hey, we're happy to have it. So,
now,
like I said, it worked out for the better though.
Sure.
Now,
awesome.
I totally forgot about this moment that you had in the game until I saw it today. take us through that fumble recovery you had in the rain on Monday Night Football, the 31-yard fumble recovery for the touchdown in the rain at Baltimore.
Hey, man, you're not supposed to see that, man.
Good old John Gruden and Mike Tirico with the call on that.
Yeah, man, it was just pursuit. That's all. Just pursuit. That's all. Saw the ball come out. Had practiced it a million times. It was against the Ravens. It was the only touchdown we scored as a team that day, too.
Wow.
In Baltimore, picked it up, scooped it up, scored it. And I remember turning around, celebrating with my teammates and looking up on the screen and seeing Ray Lewis' face. It wasn't a pretty sight, so yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Classic. Anytime Ray Lewis, I mean, it's classic. I love Ray Lewis.
Yeah.
He was a character.
I guess if you're not facing him, I mean, if you're facing him, I don't know if you love him.
Well, see, Ray is the guy that actually inspired me, man, to get back into playing football.
Oh, wow.
I only played my senior year of football. So, I think it was the 2002 Super Bowl, 2001 and 2002 Super Bowl, when I saw that Ravens defense and watched him lead that thing out. I'm sitting on my Uncle Joe's couch. And when I saw that, I mean, that was one of the things that sparked me to come back. So to be able to do that there and to see his face the first thing when I looked up, man, I was in heaven. It was good.
That's awesome. Yeah, Ray Lewis is the Florida boy, and we're based out of Florida. I was born in Polk County, so he's a Polk County boy. So I always have a soft spot for Ray Lewis, even though I was never a Ravens fan.
No, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, would you say the Monday Night Football play was your favorite moment in the NFL, or do you have a favorite moment?
No, my favorite moment was sitting down across the table from Johnny Shell and Tony Dungy, and learning how to be a professional.
Oh wow!
Anybody could be not anybody. There's many people I can't even say that. There's a certain group of people who become, NFL players, but not all of them become professional football players. And so they taught me what it meant to be, an upstanding professional player. You may not always be the guy put on the forefront. You may not always be the guy to get the $50, $60, $100 million contract, but you can be the guy that everyone depends on to be a professional, because that's going to last longer than your playing days. And so just learning those concepts from those two gentlemen, I think Dungy's going to the NFL Hall of Fame this upcoming year if we have the NFL. But and those are my mentors. Johnny Shell is one of my mentors, so to be able to learn from those guys were my favorite moments.
That's awesome. Yeah, I don't really hear that very often. A lot of players, former players we have on, will kind of say something about a play in the game, but that's awesome because is what you learn there, you're incorporating now after your playing career, and you're inspiring a generation, people around you. Yeah, so that's awesome.
Absolutely.
So I guess I kind of want to get into the next topic here. If you want to, say what you want. But obviously what's going on in the country, and I know you were pretty vocal about it. So if you want to talk about that, I know you played with Drew Brees 8 different times, and if you want to speak on that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Thank you for allowing me to touch on it, man.
No problem.
It's not something that's new to me. A couple of years ago, and I saw one of the comments by one of the guys, one of the followers on the show, that asked you guys not to turn this into a political show and stick with sports. Well, I got a comment for that. Without this, there is no sports and there is no show. Without guys willing to put themselves on the line and fight through certain elements to be able to perform in a sports arena, we don't have a show, fellas.
Mm-hmm.
And the concept of people talking about Drew Brees, I played against him 8 times. And Drew is one of the most amazing guys, just I've ever met. And I've studied it. I still have film of it that I look at and I break down and I just watch his amazingness. He's an inspirational guy. But
the comment that he made speaks to the man. And what he said was insensitive. It was wrong. All of these things he's come back and apologized for. But I think that America needs to take a moment, man, and just listen. That's all this really is. There's some people who don't want to listen, and they don't really understand what's really happening. But we need people to just stop for a minute and listen. You know, this is bigger than a game. This is bigger than some entertainment that we can look at. Because fellas, if the players decide not to play for the reason that people saying that they don't want to hear this, if the players decide that they don't want to play, you're looking at the 1920s baseball. Is that what you really want to watch? You're looking at the 1940s, 1950s NFL. Is that what you want to watch? If LeBron and the boys say, you know what, we're not going to play this NBA season because we're still not being heard, then you're going back to the George Mikan days in basketball. Is that what you want to watch? So see, these are the things that we have to sit down and actually assess when we're looking at this stuff. This is way bigger than sport. Because guys like myself, man, I've been stopped. I've been driving a nice car and had the window down, just breathing and just driving, and then pulled over and given a ticket for doing a, I know what it is. I can say it, but it's, and black people out there know this. I was driving 29 in a 30 and got pulled over.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Just because I'm black and I'm driving a nice vehicle. I mean, it happens all the time, guys. But just, like I said, just speaking to issues, speaking on this issue with Drew Brees, I love the guy. I forgive him. But I don't excuse him. You can't. And Drew understands that now. He's backpedaled on a lot of the stuff that he said because Drew knows. I really haven't been listening. And to kind of finish that part right there, I'll say this. 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, I called into the local Cowboys station because I live here in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
And I played for the Cowboys. And I've lifted weights with Jerry Jones. His son Steven was the one that called me this time to go play for the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, good relationship. And I'm forever thankful to the Jones family for giving me a chance to play with the Cowboys. But I called in one day after I heard Jerry Jones make a comment about the kneeling and the flag and all of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's recorded. You guys can go and listen to it if you want. They hadn't deleted this. It's a CBS deal, a 105.3 fan. I called in literally moments after Jerry got done and challenged Jerry to literally come back to the table and literally discuss the real topic. We can't change the narrative. This is not about a flag.
Right.
My granddad was in the armed forces too, so what are we talking about?
Right.
Yeah, so that's not what this is. And as far as the police brutality stuff go, you know, the videos out there for people to see. Like I say, I dealt with it as a professional athlete. I know what it is. My dad served 30 years as a police officer. If people have a question about police brutality and why does it look the way that it does, you have to go back to the beginning, fellas. The police forces were literally created originally in this country as slave forces and Native American forces. They literally had people whose job it was to kill off and patrol the frontier. It was the same badges that the police wear now. So when a slave decided to run away, they would send out the police to go get them. That's literally how the police was actually started. It wasn't a force of guys saying, hey, let's keep our neighborhood safe. That's not how the police was started. Now, am I saying all police are bad? No. But I need the police to understand that all black people or brown people are not bad. That's how I look at it. And that's literal fact. That's not even my opinion. That's a literal fact.
Right.
So that's what we're seeing outside, fellas. That's exactly what's going on. America's getting a chance to see itself. And she don't like what she's seeing. But we got to deal with it because our children are watching.
Yeah. It's very tough. So
powerful stuff.
That was one of the questions I was going to ask you. Is like, I mean, as a society as a whole, how can we ever get as one again, like what we were
united.
You know, at one point in time, we were all united. Yes, there was racism, but it was like one in a blue moon around. But what's it going to take for us all to be reunited again?
Man, you guys are beautiful. Oh, man, you guys are beautiful. Beautiful question. Well, here's how. Either one of you guys are married?
I am.
Yes, Byron is the lucky or unlucky one.
Okay. Yep, I'm the lucky one.
Oh, okay. Me too. Look, when you in marriage, let's say you with a counselor, because there's friction, there's a problem. Both parties got to come to the table, and both parties have to put their movie on pause. Whatever's going on in your head and what you're listening to, you got to put that on pause and be open to hear the other side. If you're not willing to put your movie on pause, then there's going to be more friction, more heat, more fire before you realize it. You have a divorce. America is dealing with that issue. If you wanna find the concept of how to be unified, America has to stop and listen for real. Not stop and listen for public relations sake, or just so we can get past this speed bump. America has to really do that. There's a social contract that we signed as neighbors. And it's 400 years of us trying to say something and not being heard. So if you really want to unify, put everything on pause, stop and listen, and just hear us. And you'll be able to see the difference. And many of you guys are. Like, to reach out to me to ask me to come and do this, you guys are what's right in the world. Don't let nobody tell you any different. You guys are what's right in the world because you didn't have to do this, but you are. And you may get some kickback from it. You may get a couple people say, hey, well, I'm not listening to this show because I'm trying to escape this so I can do something else because I need a break. Okay, cool. That's the problem. You guys are the solution because you're offering me an ear. You're offering the nation an ear. And I thank you guys. So this is how you actually get it done. It's just by sitting down, hearing us out, and then actually taking a couple of steps with it so you can actually see it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
It does make sense.
And that's why I'm glad we had you on, because it's a popular subject going around nowadays. That's why I wanted to have you on, and I'm glad you are having this conversation.
Dialect and listening is important, and I wanted to hear your side. Just hear you, your experiences and whatnot. It's impactful to me.
It is very impactful.
And then I can take it to someone else, and then it starts more dialect, and I think that's how change happens.
Yeah. Let me add this to it too, fellas. I recently, Monday was my first day as the head football coach at Grapevine Faith High School here in Dallas.
Nice.
It is a predominantly white school. Okay? Grapevine has been a city for 160, 70 years, something like that. They've been playing football a long time. Not that long, but they've been playing football a long time here in Texas.
Right.
And they've never had a black head coach in the history of the city of Grapevine, which is right in the middle of Dallas. And again, I'm a black man, and I'm the head coach of a predominantly white school. All of my kids, every day this week, have come up to me out in the workouts and given me a hug. And I tell them I love you every day. I just met these kids, and I love them. And I watch adults show up and they look, and they see us interact. And it's not a matter whether or not, quote unquote, you see colors. That's disingenuous. The question ain't about whether or not you see color, because we all do. The question is whether or not do you see a human being that you can love. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm giving them, and that's what they're giving me. That's what America needs to see, is that. And the ones who can't understand that, those are the ones we need to have a conversation with. Because if somebody was to go after one of my boys, I gotta deal with that just like it was one of my boys. Mm-hmm. If that makes sense. I see it the same.
And that's what makes sports so beautiful. I mean, it brings people together. Like anyone who's played sports knows that it's your team. Your team is your team. It's not a color of a skin or anything. It's just like, that's my teammate, and I'm going to protect that person. I think if we, as a society, looked at as it more of a team mentality, then a lot could be solved with sports. I think sports is so beautiful, and it's beyond just playing a game.
Yep.
It
Absolutely.
is. It is.
Yeah.
So
America's about to be welded into something. It's going to be welded
Right.
into the team that you just spoke about, or it's going to be welded into a real weapon. And I pray we get the leadership that we need in order to help us direct ourselves back in the right place.
Right. Well, I could tell you what, your team has a great leader in you. Just speaking with you for 20 minutes here, I mean, you're a great leader, and you're definitely molding some young men into great men. So, thank you for doing that.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you.
And one more question on the Bree situation. Do you think though that with all his community work and all that he's done with New Orleans, do you think the community itself will forgive him for his comments?
Yes, I think they'll forgive him, but they're not going to excuse him. What people have to realize, and I don't know if you guys know this, do you guys know about the brown bag parties?
I do not.
Okay, have you heard of the one drop law?
No. Byron, you?
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
So in the state of Louisiana, especially New Orleans, okay, they still have brown bag parties. Brown bag parties are, if you are darker than that brown bag, you can't get into the party. Drew Brees knows that. They have the one drop rule, which means if you have one drop of black blood in your DNA, you are considered black. That is huge in Louisiana, Texas, parts of Mississippi, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, they'll forgive him. I forgive Drew. Again, as a person, I think Drew is a great dude. I really do. But we can't X out what was said and what was done. Because there's so many who said the same thing, only to come back later and have, oh, snap, okay, maybe I was wrong. So, yeah, they'll forgive him. I hope they do. But they can't excuse it. And I don't think that we should excuse it, because Drew has to know better. People got to understand, Drew Brees' mom and dad are lawyers. He's a very educated man. He knows about what happened with Katrina. He was the face for the revival of Katrina and what happened to the entire city of New Orleans, especially the wards of New Orleans and the black people there in New Orleans. He knows this.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, they'll forgive him, but they're not going to excuse it. So Drew's going to have to get out on the forefront of these marches and do all kinds of stuff to rebuild that relationship. Because we naturally are forgiving people, guys. That's just who we are. That's innate within our nature. But we're also at a point where we're just tired, man. We're tired. And that's usually, again, it's fight or flight at that point. And we're offering a warning. It's a fight or flight response. It's naturally used. So they'll forgive it, but he will not be excused. And I think Drew knows that too. So he's going to do everything he can to try to make things right.
Yeah, and I know he will, because he the way, I mean, I've seen a lot of like hate now that he's, I mean, considered that. I'm not going to get into that, but I don't think he is that. But yeah, he's going to have to do a lot of work to repair that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we thank you for coming on and having this great discussion. That's what we wanted.
Yeah, thanks, CJ. Again, this is very impactful to us, our listeners, and thanks for joining us. Yeah.
And,
oh man, thank you guys for being open-hearted and amazing the way that you are, man. I certainly appreciate it.
No problem. And when there is a season, which we know there will be, we'd love to have you on again if you'd be more than willing to come on again.
Absolutely, I'll be back.
And we can talk some grapevine football too. See how your boys are doing.
Yes, sir. sir. We're going after the chip, baby.
Yes. Good luck. Good luck with that. And you got fans over here in Tampa Bay.
Definitely.
Hey, man. I appreciate it, man. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
No problem.
No problem.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
All right, you too.
Thanks. Bye.
Wow, that's why I wanted to have him on. Like,
Great
it's
dude.
a great
Great
dude,
dude.
great
Great
conversation.
Dude. Yeah.
After I saw that post with all that's going on that he made, he's the only one that has played on my friends list that has played with Breeze. No, well, against
Yeah,
Breeze,
and like I said,
mean,
it was just bigger than Breeze. Like, you know, what
I know,
his
but
message.
I know, and I wanted to get. That's why I let him have his time and speak his mind, because it's definitely a conversation needed.
And it's something to. I think he hit the nail on the head there, where dialogue, talking,
like what we're doing,
like
inviting them to come on, have a conversation.
Yeah, I mean, humans, they talk and they resolve, and like you said, we're forgiving people. Humans are generally forgiving people.
Yeah.
So
this is exactly what has to be done, not attacking on behind social media. Unfortunately, that's the bad part about social media nowadays, is nobody talks anymore.
Yeah, it gives everyone a soapbox, and you know, they can hide behind their keyboard. But it also organizes people to do different things. So social media there's a lot of good in it, but there's also bad. So.
But I'm glad we had him on. I would love to have him on, as he said. And
go Grapevine.
Yeah.
Grapevine High.
Yeah. And I totally did not know it too. I did not know he played for Jerry Jones. Wow.
Yeah, he was with them for a year.
Yeah. So how was that? Played for America's team. We forgot so.
And he made a home. He's out still in Texas.
And who would have thought? Yeah, that's what mainly everybody remembers him by, is that Monday night fumble return with the great John Gruden and Mike Tirico at the call.
Good
From
stuff.
years ago. So good stuff. So thank you again, CJ, for coming on. We appreciate it.
And thanks to
Jim Morris as well. Hope to have them both on again. Again, apologies to James. We will call you after the show. We apologize. That was not my intentions to forget. So
it worked out in the end.
It worked out in the end.
It was a good show.
It was a good show. Stay tuned for Sunday. I don't know who we have on a guest list because I forgot the guest list. But stay tuned. It's going to be a good show.
Check social media.
Social media.
We'll blast it out there.
Our Facebook page. Sports Space Show with Byron and Eric. Our YouTube channel. Sports Space Show with Byron and Eric as well.
Yep.
Anchor, same thing. Sports Space Show with Byron and Eric. Follow us on all platforms. So yeah, just stay safe out there.